Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Manga here, and I'm back for another video. And today I want to be talking about Demon Slayer. You guys could tell by the title, I am going to be smashing on it a bit. So please don't just go on the just don't dislike buttons. Just hear me out, because I think I can bring up some good points. So everything here is my opinion, so don't take it hard. If you really like this anime, then it's your opinion. And I could see how so many people do like this anime. But yeah, let's just get right into my reasoning for this. First thing I want to kind of talk about is the story. I think the story is very average. It's not that great. We have the Tanjiro, his family got killed and his sister turned into a demon. Basically, he joined the Demon Slayer Corps so he could switch or change his sister back into a human, which is kind of like the goal, and also to take revenge on the guy who turned her into a demon, or the guy who's behind, the person who's basically behind all of this. And yeah, I mean, it's not a bad story, but it's not a good story either. It's kind of average, like I said, and it's honestly not that creative either. But with the story aside, the animation is absolutely beautiful. I think it's probably one of the best animations I've seen in an anime in a while. If not, it's the best animation I've ever seen in any anime I've ever watched. And it was really good. I really like the art style as well. I think it's just awesome. And yeah, so I think that's the reason why it was it literally broke records in Japan and everything, is just because of the fact that the animation was amazing. If it weren't for the animation, I think this would be not a good anime. I mean, the animations kind of carried it, and I think that also the side characters also carried it, but I'll get into that a little later. Yeah, the fight scenes were amazing as well, especially Rui versus Tanjiro. It was very emotional, very suspenseful. It was amazing. And also, I don't really like the fact that he literally, he goes through all this pain, but he still somehow is able to stand up. He could break every bone in his body, and then as long as he could push through, he'll be able to do it. I just find that, I know this is about demons and everything, but I just find that really unrealistic, and just very kind of it's kind of shonen-y. You could kind of see it right there, that broke two bones and he's still going. It's kind of I don't know. I think he should be down. It kind of makes me think that, every time he gets into a fight, it doesn't really matter if he's injured. I think he'll still be able to win at the end. It kind of takes away from it. But so now I kind of want to talk about the antagonist, which is, I don't even know. There's a lot of memes going around that it's Michael Jackson, but I just think that's really funny. But he's also not that great. I mean, we haven't seen much of him, so I'm not going to speak. Maybe in the next season, or in the new movie, we'll see more of him, and we'll actually see what he's about, because we haven't seen much of him. But so far, he's pretty average as well. Not that great of an antagonist. He hasn't really done much, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to say about him. I don't really want to go deep into the antagonist, because I think that, I don't even remember his name, but I don't think that he's terrible, but we haven't seen enough, so I'm just gonna let that off to the side. But next up, I kind of want to talk about the protagonist, Tanjiro. He's pretty good. I like him a lot. Not great, not amazing, but he just wants vengeance. He wants to save his sister. It's pretty simple. And I think that it doesn't need to be complicated for it to be a good character. Personally, I really love complex characters like Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. Yeah, I mean, the simple characters are also fine, Tanjiro, for example. But I think the side characters, like Shinobu, I don't know why, I really like Shinobu. I really want to hear more about her backstory, because she seems really interesting to me, as well as, pretty much a lot of the people in the Tanjiro, or not Tanjiro, in the Demon Slayer Corps, at least the really good people. I forgot what their names were, but you saw at the very end of the anime, you saw all of them line up and everything, so you guys know what I'm talking about if you watched it. But yeah, all those people sound very interesting, and I feel like they're more interesting than Tanjiro, so I can't wait for that. But Nezuko also is pretty good a character. I mean, she's a demon, so there's really nothing much to her, because as a demon you can't really talk or do anything, so there's that. But yeah, now I just want to talk about the soundtrack is also amazing. Episode 19, you guys know what I'm talking about. Soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I love the soundtrack. Again, I think the soundtrack and the animation did carry the series, but I can't really say much else about that. The soundtrack was just really good. If you guys haven't seen Demon Slayer, I do recommend it. It's a really good anime. It's a piece of art pretty much. I really enjoyed it, but I still think the story is not that great. And also, I kind of want to talk about the manga a bit. I think, yeah, the manga did pop off because of the anime. If it weren't for the anime, the manga, no one knew about the manga, right? I didn't even know about it. And I doubt a lot of you guys watching knew about the Demon Slayer manga until you know, the anime came out, and then everyone just wanted to get the manga and everything. But the thing is that with the story like this and a manga is just, I don't think the manga is really gonna be good because, you know, like I said, you know, for like the third time, that the animation kind of carried the series, and now that there's the manga, right? There's no animation, and the art, it does not look that great. It doesn't look that, you know, groundbreaking. So I feel like the manga would be really boring to read, unless you kind of want to get ahead. I don't see there's any other reason to read it. But you know, I can see why people like the story. I mean, it's really shonen, it's simple, but yeah, it's just it's not my thing. To conclude, I do think this is a good anime. Don't get me wrong. You know, I even have 2 Demon Slayer figures. I have a figure of Tanjiro and Nezuko that I bought for like $160 altogether. So, you know, I am a fan of Demon Slayer, but it's not like, I think it is overhyped a bit. And don't take this video the wrong way. I still think that, you know, again, that Demon Slayer is a good anime. It's just that it's not. I wouldn't put it in my top 10, you know, or like kind of my top 20, maybe my top 30, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys did like, make sure you subscribe, do all that stuff because it really helps the channel out. And yeah, see you guys next video. Peace.